What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to come bring a quick video to you guys. So I just got back from the gun range and I went to test out the one that we spoke about in the last video, which is this girl here, the Springfield Hellcat Pro OSP blah blah blah, the comped version. See there? That's what matters. So I took this thing finally to the range. I wanted to see what it was about. I want to give you guys the first impressions. So overall first impressions, once I got the gun in my hand, I actually took other guns with it so that I could compare, but I'll get to those in a second. My first impression was, which I actually felt it in the last video, I just didn't want to really talk about it. It was more of an unboxing. But first thing I felt was it has a boxy feel to the grip. So I don't know if it comes out on camera, but you can see the corners on here. It's more squared than most guns. Most guns are really round right here. This one's a little more squared, as you can see here. So I know a lot of people have said that they noticed that and they didn't really like it too much. I actually really liked it. I think it fits. This edge fits right here on this corner, and the next one fits right there at the break of the first knuckles. So actually, I think it helped very well for the grip. So I actually kind of like that. So I don't mind that at all. It was a great shooter. When I first started shooting with it, I haven't shot irons in a little bit. So I thought maybe it was me. The accuracy was slightly off, but I'll roll in footage of from the beginning to the end. At the end, I slowed it down a little bit more and I just started taking more precise shots. Nothing wrong with accuracy. The problem was right here. So it felt great in the hands, felt great for the grip. I didn't have to keep re-grabbing. I think that boxy feel actually helped. Not having to re-grip or milk the grip or anything like that. So I actually really like this one. Other than that, the trigger's great. I had no problem with the trigger. I love the trigger. The reset was very audible, very tactile. I was really able to keep it short on the trigger reset and riding that trigger and riding that reset. And the wall was clearly defined, so it's easy to prep that trigger. No problems there. It was a great trigger, clean. I like it, but definitely better than Glock and even better than the SIGs. Okay, I took a SIG with me, I took a Glock with me, I took 2 Glocks with me, and I took a SIG with me. And I'll roll in photos of all the ones I took. And I took specific guns for a specific reason. So I took the Glock 19 because it's a bigger, it's a more full-size duty type. It's compact, but it's bigger. I actually took this girl right here. So it's a much fuller size pistol, as you can tell. So I just wanted to take different size pistols. Then I took the Glock 48, which is basically the Glock 19 but slimline, and it's a very flat shooting pistol, which is why I bought this one. I really love this thing. And then I took the itty bitty SIG 365X. Obviously, it's going to be a snappy pistol. It is the 365X version, so it's not as snappy. I don't know if you can see it there through the paint. Yeah, see the X under there? There you go. It's not the tiny version, the regular 365. It is the X, so it does have the extended grip, so it's not as snappy as the first one, as the original. But I wanted to take all 3 of them for size comparisons and recoil comparisons, considering they're all different size. They all shoot differently. But I think that the head-on one was this one. So there was a point where I would pick this one up, shoot it 2 rounds, then I'd pick this one up, shoot it 2 rounds, because I really wanted to get a feel for the difference between the 48 and the comp. So as far as trigger, I would say among these, this was probably the second best one. This is probably the best one I got. It's a ZevTech, and I put thousands of rounds through this gun, so this thing shoots butter smooth. I've actually never done a video on this. There's so many different parts on here that I don't remember where I got them all from, and I didn't want to give you guys an incomplete video. But while we're at it, that is my Glock 19 with the HoloSun 507C on top. As you can tell, with the solar panel, green reticle, aftermarket slide with a cutout window up here, night sights, suppressor height night sights, blah, 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 blah. I did the stippling myself, if anybody cares. There's a Old English D in there for my name. So this was actually the first pistol I started carrying full-time, going all-time EDCs several years ago. I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago, about 5. So that's why that's the #1 trigger on there. But out of the other 2 that have stock triggers, this was definitely better than them. not as good as a Canik trigger. Canik probably has, I think, the best out-of-box trigger for stock, regular pistol, everyday pistol. That's probably the best trigger. If you haven't seen the video I made on the Canik, go watch that. But yeah, I like the trigger on this thing. But more importantly, what we're here for is this comp. It's actually a port, but they call it the comp. So this is the comp version. Immediately, I shot all 3 of these first because I wanted to get that feel for standard recoil from regular pistols. Immediately when I shot this thing, I tried to shoot as fast as I could, one after another, so I can have that fresh memory in there. This thing, you can definitely feel a noticeable difference. Now, when I say noticeable difference, I mean for a pistol that's still in a little mini explosion going off in your hand. It's not like somebody sitting there holding it like this and the thing is just shooting straight back. No, obviously it's still gonna have some muzzle flip, but definitely a noticeable difference. I was able to keep the sights on faster, and considering this high vis sight on the front, I was definitely able to pick it back up faster and boom, 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 back-to-back shots. I tried to even pick up the speed a little bit considering how flat I was shooting, and it shot great. I mean, not only that, these little, I call them memory pads. I don't know what they call them, but they're perfect for putting this one here, putting the next one there. I mean, it was great. They have like a slight indent to them, so you can really dig into there and shoot this thing, hold on to it. So I think that this has potential for being one of the best carry pistols you can get for just a standard price. I'm not saying thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm saying for a $500 gun, this is probably one of the best ones you can get. I mean, of course, Glock has that reliability behind it, but I don't think this thing has any problem. I didn't have one malfunction with this thing. So as long as it's reliable, you put hundreds of rounds in it before you start carrying it. Not only that, give it that break-in period. I think this thing's right up there with Glock. I took a couple different vantage points so you can kind of see how flat it shot. I took a couple comparison shots so we can see the muzzle flip on the different pistols here. I'll roll in the footage. I'm sure I'm just going to be talking over it and rolling it in, but it is what it is. Look, it's not Hollywood Studios, okay? I'm doing this thing on the fly, baby. But I'll roll in footage. I try to get front footage so you guys could actually see. Maybe I'll try to slow it down, see if I can catch actual gases coming out the top. But that way you could actually see the function of this port, because it's a pretty big port. Let me tell you, look at that. That's a huge port there. So it definitely helped. Next, I'm definitely gonna be getting a red dot on this thing. I'm just not, the iron sights are good on this thing. They were high vis, you could pick them up nicely. I'm just not an iron guy. I think red dots are the future. As you can tell, red dot, red dot, red dot, and all hollow suns. I think you can't go wrong with hollow suns, but I'll probably get a different optic on this one just to see what other people out there have. If you have any recommendations of what you think would be a money-worthy optic to put on this thing that can not exactly compete with hollow sun, but can give about the same quality, I think hollow sun is top of the line. I think Trichicon is like the Glock of optics. They're overpriced for what you get. I think hollow sun's right up there with them. I don't see why their prices are so much higher. So anybody have recommendations on what I could put on this thing, let me know. I do kind of want something that'll sit low without an adapter plate so I can still co-witness with these sights. I do like these sights. These sights were very good. Let me see if I can get out the way there. Bam. So I think they're very good sights. I think they're quick to pick up. I like them. Maybe I'll just black out that white U on the back, but I think they're great. So overall, I love this thing. I think this thing has tons of potential. Once I maybe get a flashlight on there, an optic on there, I think this thing will definitely make its way into the carry rotation, considering 15 rounds. 15 rounds. Look here. I can save myself a little bit of poking out. Let me let's see. I wish I could show you guys. See how funny that looks on the Glock 48? The Springfield is nice and flush. Both of them have their mags in there, so I definitely think this thing will be good for carrying. So in the near future, as I put more rounds through it, I don't like to put any pistol on my waist I haven't put over 500 rounds through, for break-in purposes, for reliability purposes, and for me knowing, hey, I can bet my life on this thing. So just wanted to bring that to you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like more content like this, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Once you subscribe, hit the little notification bell. I'm gonna try and start doing more and more videos, so you don't wanna miss it. I think we should support all gun channels so that YouTube is forced and flooded with gun channels, and let the people know that we like to defend ourselves. Let the algorithm know this is what we want to see. So tons of channels, even if you see the small guys to the big guys, support them all. Click subscribe, share, put them all out there. The more information people get, the less scared of guns they'll be, the more people will arm themselves and defend themselves, which is what we want. We want you to be able to defend your own life. Between the time you call 911 and the cop gets there, thousands of people can die in that time. No need to wait for cops, obviously, wherever you're legally allowed to carry, not in the states that hate you and your self-defense. I was actually in New Jersey recently. I felt so weird walking around without a pistol on me, because New Jersey, New York, and California, they all hate your right to self-defense, and that's why I could never live there. So if you live in one of those states, come on over to the Gunshine State. We'll welcome you here with open arms, baby. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys. Take care. Always remember, Jesus Christ is King. No matter what happens, whether I win or lose this battle, I know where I'm going, because my salvation, my faith, and my hope is in Christ alone. And only in Christ is there salvation. So I love you guys. Got a couple more videos coming at you right after this. So catch you in the next one. Love ya. Bye.